America kind of sucks right now. I'm not gonna lie. You got all these other countries having things that they could be proud about, that the community can gather around. Whether it's like Bahubali, RR, the Eternal Warrior, Durandar. Like, there's so much going on in India. You got freaking Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni coming back for, I think, like local cricket league, or like just the Indian cricket league. That means Virat's leaving it London and coming back to India, possibly. You got China with To Be Hero X and so many more things, like the video games that they're cranking out, whether it be Marvel Rivals, Wukong. Like, the rest of the world seems to be living in 2025 in terms of being able to use technology for good for their people. We just seem to be using it to scam ourselves.
Ask where the money's going.
Actually insane.
What do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
Two types of people in the world. I've seen this in Asden Gold's videos, and I think he's right. There are two types of people in this world that are ruining everything in America, and this is one of them.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building. Potentially the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota, as literally billions of dollars have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses. So much fraud, it could actually almost replace...
It makes me wonder how far-reaching this is, because I work in the healthcare industry, and there's things that I see or that I wonder that I'm like, this is suspect. Now I know that there's a reason that this is suspect.
The entire...
What's up, Tough? What's up, Ranji?
GDP of Somalia. These fraudsters have worked hand in hand with the Minnesota government as they enabled billions of dollars to be given to fraudulent businesses underneath welfare purposes. Some of this money eventually landed in the hands of terrorist groups in Somalia like the Al-Shabaab, and others enriched themselves all at the U.S. taxpayers' expense. And in this video we will break down all of the fraud from start to finish, from going to the fraudulent businesses and confronting the people who are making millions of dollars from the government. And we will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen. And to make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. His name is David. Let's get into this and be prepared to be shocked. Hi, David. How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
David, why are you standing like that, man? David's got a true power stance going on right now. He doesn't know who to face, us or Nick.
It is
good morning,
far
Kat.
worse
or good
than
afternoon
anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis, I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud, and I would see these child care centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day, and all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0 children. Every time I went by there, they never had a single child there. And then I started to see all these transport.
I think it's just because we're wearing the same color hoodie. But this guy, Nick Shirley, is a true patriot. I would be honored to be this guy's doppelganger. I came to Train Journey today. Just came in to say hi. I don't have signal right now. Oh, you're on a train journey today. Kat, when you can, without giving yourself away too much, because I don't want anyone in India to come like see you and like cut you down with this. Even though you are a warrior, how long is this train ride? Like, how is a day just on trains? How to make that make sense for me?
Transportation companies going around, and it was always a Somali driver. And I said, well, that's great. They're out there transportation contributing, but they never had a passenger, never ever once. And I said, well, what is all this transportation? What are they doing? So then I found out that in Minnesota, they have something called non-emergency medical transportation. So this is going to the dentist's office, therapy, whatever it might be. And I said, well, how many of these companies are there? And the research came back that there are 1,020 of them, and more than 800 of them are Somali-owned. Nobody from the state of Minnesota.
So that means almost 80%, probably like 80.5% of all of these businesses in Minnesota are Somali based. I guess if you're not a Somali, you can't live the American dream, huh?
9 hours. Ever cross checks to see if any rides were ever actually provided. All they did was write the check.
So right here we have all this paperwork. And how are you getting all this information about the fraud?
A lot of it is through my own research And then I have some contacts at the Capitol going back many, many years. And so the data that I'm getting is 100% accurate, coming directly from research done by people at the state Capitol.
All this paperwork right here, what are we looking at?
The areas of fraud that I have numbers for are mostly related to childcare. This is massive fraud that is beyond anyone's imagination, the scope. And so, for example, there's a childcare not far
248 miles. Dude, I do that in a week. That takes me a whole week to go that far.
From here in Minneapolis that has two child cares listed at the same address. And together, they're licensed supposedly for 120 children. I have never seen a single child there ever. And I've been by that place at least 100 times.
These Somalians, these groups are setting up these daycares, these child care centers, getting money from the government, but there's no kids.
No kids. Never had any of them. They're all fraught with violations, and even though they have these violations, they're still in operation and they're still getting money. And it's millions of dollars for every one of them every year.
And who's getting the money? And where are they getting the money from?
So we have a thing called CCAP. It's a blend of federal and state money. The bottom line is it's taxpayer money, so it's state money and it's federal money. And the problem is the people of the state of Minnesota are the ones writing the checks. This is kind of the maddening thing is you have daycare, so you have adult daycare, and then you have child care. And then you have health care. And a lot of these same names keep coming up on all of these different types of businesses.
So they're literally like over here in America, because we pay for the world's healthcare system and not our own, apparently. We have, a social network system where people pay in, you have taxes, and you can have like Medicare, Medicaid, social welfare, like these systems. And right now, with all of this influx of immigration of just people we let in because we assume everyone around the world is benevolent and good, it's putting a true stressor on our system, and it's obviously just not. It's just not gonna work.
And then, of course, we have the transportation, and a lot of those same names appear.
This is gonna be like the DME and the transportation companies for sure. That oh my.
There are a lot of the same addresses. There's one building that has 14 Somali healthcare companies at the same address. There's another building in St. Paul that has 22 Somali healthcare businesses at the same address.
And the government
22 businesses at the same address. This is like if you or I try to do this, we go straight to jail. Straight to jail. But because these people have large amounts of money and are being propagated by the government, they can get away with it. Because people are afraid to call out people and say that they're racist, or that they're afraid of being called racist and bigots and exiled from the community, that they don't call these people out. When in reality, these people need to be thrown in prison. Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
The government knows about this.
Straight to jail.
The government knows, they're writing the checks.
Straight to jail.
Yeah, the Democrats over there just writing the checks.
Straight to jail. Every single one of them. Every single one of them needs to be put on a trial. Tim Walz especially, because he's the freaking one who's allowed this to happen under his ship. We need executives to actually be held responsible to the responsibilities that they're given. And until that happens, this is not going to stop. This is just going to get exposed, and guess what? Nothing's going to happen. And it's so frustrating.
What has happened is that the Somali community is a very closed community. They will not speak to anyone outside the community and talk about what's going on within the community. They vote as a block. And so when you're a politician, you're saying, look, I've got 100,000 people in Minnesota that if I do something for the community, they're going to vote for me. And that's what it's all about, is getting the votes. And then the people here in Minnesota, you hear this term, Minnesota nice. I'm so sick of that term. The people here are so afraid of being called a racist or an Islamophobe. And
yeah, can you send me
they're afraid
any
of their own
cool
shadow.
videos on your area,
understand.
your hometown?
This is our future generations are going to have to pay for all this fraud, and they just want to bury their heads in the sand and go on and just not worry about it. Tim Walz saying there's organized crime in Minnesota. What did he do about it? Nothing. You got organized crime? What are you doing? This is the Minnesota law, which mandates that anyone who knows of fraud and is a state employee must report that fraud. It's Minnesota Statute 3.971, Subdivision 9. Not only that, but Walz is also guilty of misconduct of a public employee. When I look at the world as a whole, and I look at fraud, the Twin Cities is ground zero. The fraud is worse here than anywhere else ever in history.
I think he may be saying that just because he's the one facing it, he's in it. I would look at places like California and New York first, maybe even where I'm at in Atlanta. I bet you this is all over, but this is just disgusting. Raji, you're from Bengaluru. Kat, you're from Hyperbad. Hey, buddy, what are we watching? We're watching how America is just being... our pockets are being ran by scams. And after this, though, it's kind of a long video.
We're gonna go to
I'm down to react to whatever you guys want to react to.
We have to be careful because
this is just important to me. This is my backyard, and ultimately parts of my money, very little of it, but still, is going into these programs that are getting scammed. And after getting scammed recently, this hits a little close to home.
These people are very violent. They're exceptionally violent.
Now, with all of David's evidence, we headed out to the streets of Minneapolis to see how much fraud we could uncover in one afternoon. Where are we going now?
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them combined are licensed for 120.
And how much money have these child care centers
120 kids.
None of those vans have moved in 6 months. None of them. In 2020, one of them received $1.3 million. In 2021, they got $987.
So apparently, I just need to come up with a fake Somali name and prop up a business in Minnesota and just start taking money, right? Like, it seems that easy. Millions of dollars.
1,000. In 2022, they got 714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, 1.604 million in fiscal year 2025. Fiscal year 2024.
Damn near doubled from 2024 to 2025.
They got about 800,000, and in fiscal year 2023, they got $904,059. This place right here. Yes.
We're outside of it.
Well, this is actually two daycares are registered here. One of them is Mako, which you see on the sign. The other one is Mini Child Care Center. And between the two of these child care centers, they're pulling in about $3 million a year. And there are no children. Every facility as you go to, the windows will be blocked out so you can't see in. There's nobody here. You won't see a single child.
A zipper seems to be holding on for dear life. The belly is pushing the vest open.
Any of these
facilities.
Sorry,
I just noticed that.
There are indeed no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. All right, let's go in.
No. Yeah, it's supposed to be
and
where
the
kids
child care
play?
center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell? Yeah. Try to get in, ring the doorbell. Nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be in some industrialized building. There would be...
Bro, this is a daycare center. You should hear the kids screaming. You would assume that there'd be kids running around.
Maybe like a playground or something outside, or...
There's no play area for the kids. So
I'll check that out after this video.
Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? And it's like this.
Also, if it's gonna be a daycare center, you would assume that there might be somewhere outside for the kids to play. This is Minnesota, so maybe it's a little different. But here in the South, every daycare center that I see has like a playground for a recess out back.
Every single day. I've never seen a single child here. In 9 years, I've never seen a single child at this building. Right there.
Oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming through.
Yeah, they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
No. Can you tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Doesn't know if she's ever seen a child here. All right, let's go to the next location. And the fraud only gets more from here. Make sure you stay till the very end of this video to see exactly how much fraud we find by the time we...
Yo, what up, Yosh? How are you, brother? We're seeing how bad America is getting scammed right now. And it's not by Indians. It's not by the Chinese. It's by the Somalians, and they're saying, we're the captains now.
We are done. And before we go to the next location, I want to show you something super interesting about the flags of Minnesota. And here in Minnesota, if you take a look at the Minnesota state flag, they recently changed it, and it very much so resembles the flag of Somalia. And really...
Wait.
Much so resembles the flag of...
Is this what it's like to get conquered? Is this what it's like to get colonized? This is what it's like to get colonized? This shit sucks. What? I don't like this at all. This shit sucks.
Somalia. And really quick, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip.
I think the government known this type of scams happen, even who's involved, but it's all about the voter base, so they don't give a shit. It happens in India. Brother, you hit it right on that That is a part of it for sure. I think this is like a small shed, and you just hit one of the hammers that has built the shed of scams, deceit, and broken dreams that has become the American shed. Because the government 100% knows it's involved, because they're the ones supplying the money to the Somalians, and they're the ones who are turning the other way when it comes to enforcing laws on those people. But they will sure as freak enforce the laws on an everyday person like me and you. It's absolutely insane.
What used to just be an AI clipper has now become the most powerful AI growth tool. Back into the video. Now
if you guys go ahead, make sure you download, use Nick Shirley on the AI clipper.
Going to the next
I'm sure honestly it's something I probably need.
Daycare center. How much money has this one generated?
This one in fiscal year 2025, $1,042,059. In fiscal year 2024, $1,059,078. And in fiscal year 2023, $727,336.
So like, here, just to pull this back, Rhythm, you're up in this, looking at this too. Look, this place has a license for 40 children, meaning that they need to have 40 children to use up this grant, and say, and if anything, have an overflow of 40 children to justify the increase in budget. But the number of children at this facility, fucking zero. And ABC learning, always be cheating learning. I mean, the Somalians are just putting up an education system and always be cheating, always learning how to scam the fucking system, man. Is this not insane?
This next one is
not insane.
One block away, and this one's also generated nearly $3 million in the past 3 years. Let's see if there's any children. Let's see if any of the buildings are open.
$8 million.
Here we go. All right, we've arrived.
Hold on, just so that you guys can... Just so you guys can get an idea, $8 million in rupees. 718,442,400 rupee. That's a lot of fucking rupees. That's just getting scammed out of one state. Just imagine it was Punjab. Just the state of Punjab. It's just that million. It's just getting out, and it's going to immigrants and politicians.
To ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. Let's see if anybody is here.
I see you guys in chat. If you guys do hang up, hang out from chat,
this facility is licensed for 40 children.
I want to see it.
Zero children. I've come by this place 100 times. I've never seen a child here, ever. The only thing I've ever seen is someone standing outside smoking.
What's crazy about this is that last daycare center is that green building right there. And the other daycare center right now is right here. These buildings should be operating as they're receiving literally millions of dollars. I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door. Hello? Can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare. Why? Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare. And after a few questions, the lady went silent. Looks like little Joey Shirley ain't going to daycare here. And now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Child Care.
We're in the middle of a strip mall here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which has its license for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door. I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cause I need a spot to put my son Joey.
I want to put my kid in daycare. Why? Can't you take care of him? Yes. If you guys hang out in person, Raji, take a picture and throw it in Discord.
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happening?
Where are the kids?
Yeah.
See, this is an issue. They can't even understand the native language here. How are you going to go to a country and expect to live and prop up a business and not even try to learn the language?
It's licensed for 74 children.
And he may understand it, sure, but he doesn't understand it at a level that's past a second grader or first grader. He just knows some words.
Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here
He can't read all of that.
and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
I was there before. So have there been kids ever?
Yeah, kids there. What's
How
up?
many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well, then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
Why can't you put your kid in daycare? This is insane.
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
Why is it always so aggressive?
No! You're a liar. I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
That's racist as fuck. What?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah. No.
But
No.
you said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now, they're all.
They don't even understand. Guys, these people are so fucking stupid. They're not even, you can't tell me that these people have done this type of people have done anything. One fucking thing other than scam people out of money in Minnesota. There is not one good thing that they have done. And this is the issue, is because there probably is one or two Somalians that have gone out there and are actually like a benefit to society. Maybe there's three. Maybe. Try to hold out for a modest amount. But seeing this should radicalize. I hate to say it, but it should radicalize. It should piss you off. It should piss you the fuck off. If it doesn't, then you gotta maybe check for like Amazon to see if you can find like a backbone or maybe something to believe in. But I think America is a flawed place for sure. We are not perfect, but we are a beautiful country that is supposed to inspire the rest of the world. And we are fumbling the bag so fucking hard. I would look at us as a joke. We are a joke right now. She's like, yeah, no, for real. Why are you asking me questions? Why do I have to explain everything to you, white man? I am scared of you. Don't you understand? You are white. You are a demon in my culture. Then why the fuck are you here?
All getting mad.
Then why did you move to hell?
Because he's showing the paperwork of this business being registered as a business. 74 children, no children. We saw one child when the lady opened up the door.
So
But now they're all getting mad.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner. I'm the kids.
Cat,
Well, then why are
don't
you
do it
talking
again. I'll
to the
time you
owner
out
if you're telling me
after the
about
video.
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what you're talking about. Yet trying to have a conversation. This bitch over here is just screaming like she's a bird in the middle of the Amazon. Like, what are we doing?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need
He's not helping with his angle of
to
attack,
call
but
someone? Do I
he's
need
emotional.
to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing?
Like, at this point, stop with the threats. Just fucking do it. Call the Amber Alert. Say that there's missing children. There's 74 kids. They're supposed to be in this building, and they're not here. These people are responsible for it because they're getting millions of dollars from the government. Then they should explain. That threat, especially with people who don't even understand that you're calling a bluff or a threat, it's just, it's a bad look. I don't like it.
It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I think we're moving on to the next location. Have a good day. As we continue to show the blatant fraud that was taking place here in Minnesota, Somalis started following us around the city. And now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center. Absolutely no signage.
Yo, they got busted. They're literally like in an orc camp, and they're getting like they're getting aggroed. You have to leave? No worry, Yash. I'll be here for a little while, brother.
And there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past
5.9 million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility.
It's so frustrating because the average person, we work our fucking dick off, right? We're actively trying to get growth and get bonuses and trying to make goals and whatnot just to make less than 100K. Maybe some of us 100, 150K. These people are making millions of dollars just running our shit. Does that not piss you off?
Right there.
And now we have a group of
74 children. What do? They don't have them. They're claiming that they're watching 74 kids so that they can get millions of dollars, but there's no fucking kids.
Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now. From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this
It's not even spelled learning right. It forgot one of the ends.
fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a
This is a root cause of the downfall of America. Fucking white women.
YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud
He
that's
said, "I'm not ICE. I'm a YouTuber," and she just doesn't listen. This is the issue. You can't talk. How do you have a conversation with this person? Watch this and see if you can't have a conversation. How would you do this better?
taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million
Don't
over the
open up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know
You're
what it-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of $1.9
Shame
million
on you. It's
going
ice.
illegally,
Don't open up.
fraudulently to this
What is she
business that
recording?
has Quality Learning Center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up.
Ma'am, we are not
Boys, we gotta open up the insane asylums. This should be #1.
ICE.
I don't care who you are. You don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up. It's ice.
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children in here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare
Minnesota
center.
says 99.
How does the government approve that much money without any proof of children staying there? Ranji, that's a good question.
Children. Paid
Josh,
$1.9
you
million
would sit there?
this year in CCAP funding.
I would just be like,
Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? Did they run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah. So who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States.
I don't know why she's
Get rid of all the
recording.
fraud. Have you ever seen children at that daycare?
That woman is low-key social media brainwashed IG. For real, she wouldn't even have a conversation. Once he was like, Dick Shirley, YouTube. She couldn't put that together that, oh, this kid's a YouTuber. Has nothing to do with fucking the government ICE program. And then she said, you don't belong here. It's like, bitch, you don't even know.
Daycare center right there?
Where?
Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in there.
We're gonna educate you on something. So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelled learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
99 children.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None at all. None.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know, where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them. I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that here.
seen a child here.
No, not at all.
And so you've
8
never
years.
seen a child here for 8 years.
Nope, not at all.
And how does that make you feel knowing that this place is receiving
Disgusting.
$1.9 million?
It's disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant too. That's, if they get caught for that's a federal offense. I know. I studied law.
That's funny because he thinks that obviously the federal rules apply to these people when the federal government is the one writing the checks.
And do you think Tim Waltz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here
Yes.
in the States?
That's him doing this? Well, heck yeah. He's got to be held accountable for this.
This is what the average person is, right? The average person who's working their dick off, right? And are trying, they want people to be held accountable. Yet none of these people are being held accountable. And I know this is over in India. I know this is over in China. I know this is over in Japan and London. When we see these politicians, these executives, these people who are running the show, who are just breaking the law, and they're the ones who are nominated by the people to have the responsibility of that. And when they fail to uphold that responsibility, they never get the consequences of their actions. Yet we're told there are consequences to your actions. The average person there is, but for these people at a certain level, there is not. We have some here too. That's what I'm saying. This is why I love the internet, because this is all happening at the same damn time all around the world. right?
I mean,
and we're seeing the old guard, the old way of governing, just be exposed out the ass. And I'm hoping we're gonna get young people, 30s, 40s, 50s, who are actually able to have the energy, the gumption, and be that guy to enforce laws. Because I don't think we've seen, like throughout history, we've seen kind of semi-older men bully younger men into becoming men. So sometimes there is a level of like, there needs to be a little bit of law and order. When you get unruly, order has to come in, and that is just how you maintain a civilized society. And right now, we just got a new dog, no puppy training, no nothing, and we're letting it run the house instead of us run it.
There's no rhyme or reason what's going on here. It's simple.
Tim Walsh also getting paid? Absolutely.
Nothing there.
And it's probably indirectly. It's probably like
learning
his
rod
wife,
on their sign for
son,
a place that's supposed to
daughter,
be educating children.
You know what I mean? Being funneled.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, who runs it? Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, where?
He said no way.
I've never seen nobody here at all.
So how long have you been living here?
Since 2017.
You've never seen a single child walk in that building?
No, not at all.
So this daycare center is literally...
Wasn't there something new board on the government called with efficiency? Yes, it was DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. And when it exposed so much shit, thank you, Kat, they said, hey, you guys are doing a little too much efficiency. You know what I'm saying? So they cut it. They cut the efficiency program because it found out how to be a little too efficient. Isn't that a fucking problem? Isn't that a problem? Can we all agree that's a problem?
It's just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years and has never seen a single child walk through those doors. There's no windows either.
No.
And the only window they do have, the door, is blacked out.
Yep. See that? I've never seen anybody go in there.
Within just a few hours, we nearly approached $20 million in fraud, and we headed over to George Floyd's neighborhood to expose more of the fraud taking.
Oh my God. And look, this is an America. You could tell this is America because this is not an American flag.
Place.
This place is called Future Leaders Early Learning Center, and it's licensed for 90 children. And in fiscal year 2025, they received $3.6 million. In fiscal year 2024, they received $3 million. So in 2 years, they got $6.67 million, claiming they have 90 children
after the video
every day of the week, 5 days a week. So let's
these people are making just about more money than NBA athletes.
They're making, yeah.
And we don't even know if they're paying taxes, but we don't know where this money is going. Is it going to terrorism?
I got you, brother.
Where is it going? But it's theft, it's fraud, and the reason I'm involved is I want it to stop. I care about Minnesota. I'm doing this for the people of Minnesota. I don't make a dime off all this time I spent on this. I put my life at risk several times, but I'm determined to see this through and to correct what is wrong, what is evil.
Here at Future Leaders Early Learning Center, this building received over $3 million.
Dude,
Hello.
It's literally the Somali pirates. This is what it feels like to be colonized, boys. Like, and now I know how India feels when the Britons came over for the first time. This is what it feels like.
I'd like to see if I could bring little Joey, my son, little Joey here. Is there paperwork, or can I check out the daycare?
No.
Why can't I check out the daycare?
It's not here.
Okay, but if can I get paperwork or anything to submit my son, little Joey, to come in here to daycare? We'd really like to put Joey in this daycare. We've heard great things.
Yeah, there you have it.
Business card?
No, I would like your business card, actually.
You talk to your manager.
Talk to his manager.
Can I
He's
speak
just
with
a
somebody?
person.
Where are the children?
I did,
at?
Arma.
Are there children here today?
No.
No children.
Yeah.
None.
Why are there no children?
Two of Mexico.
Would my son, little Joey, have friends to play with here?
No.
No.
Yes.
No friends for little Joey.
Yes. Sorry.
Dang it. Well, have a great rest of your day.
Sorry,
So
little Joey
would not be accepted to that daycare.
Joey's still homeless.
Joey's still looking for daycare. And because little Joey couldn't
Joey
get into a
still needs
daycare, we went to an autism center, as they have been popping up everywhere as a rise of autism has occurred here in Minnesota.
Must be all the
because of the
Tylenol.
government funds that they're receiving. I tried to check my son Joey into an autism center. We've been going to a lot of these daycare centers. We're trying to find a spot for our little boy Joey, but
the Somalians, they're the new captains. That's who's getting all the money.
we thought maybe we could check him in the autism
I did,
center.
Armo. We can watch that later.
Because none of the daycare centers are open. Yeah, and how many kids do you guys have at this autism center?
I can't give you a number now.
Like more than 5?
Probably, yeah.
Probably. This is a license for an X amount of kids, and he can't even say. Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
So you don't really know?
Yeah.
Straight to jail.
What do you guys think about like the fraud that's been labeled on the autism centers here? What do you guys do think about the fraud, or how come the autism centers are popping up?
I can't answer.
What news? Are you a news reporter?
My name's Nick. We're doing a little documentary trying to find little Joey
Why are the women always so fucking aggressive?
a spot to put himself in one of these centers here, because there's
So why are you asking us about
the fraud.
and stuff like that?
Yeah, because we want to make sure we're going to legit business if we're going to bring our little boy Joey here.
This is not a Joey spot.
This is not a Joey spot. Fuck you, dude. This is America. Fuck you. Are we serious? Are we serious right now? Fuck you guys.
Yeah. But that's our number. But this is we can't let you guys in. So.
But this is call the number. This spot we can't let you in. It's obviously a scam. We're all just raking your money. Peace. I'm gonna go in a game now. My boys are waiting for me there. We're trying to play some Call of Duty, some Warzone. So, peace.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So once again, little Joey, he can't even go to daycare, and now they won't even accept him if he has autism.
And again, no kids. Couldn't tell you how many.
He's brave to post this. If anyone made a documentary like this here, he'd disappear, especially in your town. Rhythm, do you mind sharing where you're from? Don't like share your exact address. Like, I'm from Georgia. You can't pinpoint me from that, but like, that's insane. Why are they wearing hijabs? Are they Muslims? Probably. Probably. Yes. Yes.
How many kids they serve.
After being able to provide no evidence of them actually being an autism center in a place where a child could go, they shut the door and we headed to the next fraudulent daycare center that was just around the corner.
But no, he is very brave. He's a true patriot for doing this. And so is the other gentleman. And the other gentleman probably even more so, because at least Nick Shirley, he has a large following. There's a lot of guys my age, maybe even a little younger, who know of him. So if something happened, it would be like a Charlie Kirk situation, right? The other guy who's following around, not so much.
We're on to the next location. We're still trying to find little Joey a place to go to get some daycare.
This is insane,
So where
boys.
we're going now is a place called Super Kids Daycare Center. Interestingly, this daycare center was shut down when it was called Creative Minds Daycare, and it had received $2.45 million this fiscal year, 2025. They had to shut down because there were so many violations, and they went and they just reopened under a new license, and they renamed the center Super Kids Daycare Center, LLC.
So they got shut down, then started another one.
Literally the next day.
Creative Minds.
I wish I had no morals and ethics so I could just run a scam like this. Life would be so much better for Lo and I if I didn't have a moral compass and I just propped up a scam like this. I'm not gonna lie, boys. I might be throwing that shit right here in the trash. I don't know.
Daycare.
I don't know.
$2.45 million got sent to this daycare center.
Is it not? Am I crazy for thinking that?
Empty parking lot. We do have a bus here. This is different. We'll see if we see anybody. I knocked on the door. Absolutely nobody was inside, and once again, no children could be heard anywhere. So, David, once again, another child daycare center. We have a bus out here. No one's inside. Licensed for over 50 kids. No children anywhere, but yet millions of dollars every single year.
So the sign says Creative Minds Daycare. They got in so much trouble, they had so many violations that they had to shut down, and they reopened the next day under Super Kids Daycare Center. You see 3801 Portland, 3801 Portland, which is where we are.
Oh my God, dude.
So that's fraud right there alone.
Yeah.
Millions and millions of dollars, and again, the kids are missing. Where are the kids?
You'd think if they had the same address, that whoever's inside were working at the Capitol here inside of, Minnesota.
Yeah, this is true government incompetence. It's literally the same address. They're for sure, if they're running even the most basic AI programs in these systems now, which most systems are, this will be a red flag. There's no way it's not.
I would say, oh, maybe that's a red flag.
They just write the check. Human Services, they got to clean out the whole bunch. They're the ones who enabled this fraud. How can you not look and say, wait a minute, these two are registered at the same address?
On top of all of the child care centers, that's just only a small piece of the fraud. What other fraud are they committing here?
And if we need to make one out in the middle of the ocean,
another major piece of the fraud is the home health care industry. Where we're going now is a building that has 14 Somali-owned home health care companies in the same building.
14 of the same healthcare companies in one building.
14 home health care companies with different names in the same building.
How bad has Tim Walz managed the budget here inside of Minnesota?
So the last biennium, we had an $18 billion surplus. This biennium, we have a $6 billion deficit. That's a $24 billion swing in one biennium. How in the world can you burn through $24 billion in 2 years? This is how, right here. This is a huge part of it.
And so would you say a lot of that is fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Absolutely. I would say better than 90% of it is absolute outright fraud.
And a large
wow, that's insane.
Large percentage of this fraud is from these healthcare companies that are charging the state millions of dollars while they actually aren't providing anything. In fact, the FBI just did a raid a few days ago on a building similar to the one we are about to enter. Inside of this building, there were 14 of nearly the exact same businesses offering the exact same services. Right here, you have a list of all of the healthcare companies. Loads of them right here. We want healthcare.
No, it's okay.
Yes, we
want healthcare. No, it's okay. You look healthy. You don't need no healthcare.
Healthcare here?
No.
Why can't I get healthcare here?
No, wait.
It's cat. I'm still gonna watch your video.
Video surveillance, no trespassing, security armed. This is the strangest place I've ever been to get healthcare. Just a bunch of different places. Healthcare here, healthcare right here. Another healthcare company right here. There are 3 healthcare companies inside of this building right here.
Serenity, Key Care, Blue Home Care Incorporated. Yo. I think there's a Serenity down here in Georgia.
In this room of 7C. Now we have another Helping Hands.
100% Helping Hands is down here in Georgia. Wow.
Home Care LLC.
This one, and what's sad is there may be a few of these places that are legit businesses, right? That are legit.
Another healthcare company, Present Help, right here. We're looking for the best rates of healthcare here inside this building because we have so many options. Who can we talk about getting the best healthcare?
I don't know.
No?
Sorry.
All right. We will not get any healthcare here. David, this is one of the stranger places I've ever been. Literally, healthcare every door you go to, yet nobody will give you a rate. How much money do you think has been funneled through this building?
Every year, I would say 50 to 60 million at least.
And finally, we
just in that building is generating $50 to $60 million.
We were accepted into one of the daycare centers and they actually took down information to give us a rate. However, when we left, we were then met with the police.
We received a complaint that someone mentioning your description were in this building harassing the individuals who stay here.
Oh, we're checking out the rates for healthcare. Because there's 14 healthcare companies inside this building, so.
Okay.
Well, that's not what he said. He said there's 14 companies here, and he's trying to assume because they're Somali providers that everyone here is fraudulent.
Okay.
Oh, so it's back to a woman jumping to conclusion.
So he's here with some kind of like propaganda.
No, we're just checking.
No, this is a area that we're allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance. Is there any other reason that you guys are here?
Well, we were checking rates.
No, he's not.
We were checking rates.
See, this chick is trying to, like, well, who are you to say what those people are doing or are not doing, right? You're jumping through a lot of assumptions here.
We asked for rates.
No, you're not.
Okay. I'm going to have, if you guys
I mean, she is technically right that he is here for more than that, but he's literally just going around asking for rates.
We're going to step outside and we can continue this conversation.
All right, let's leave. So, all right, we're getting escorted out right now. The police have arrived. We were checking out the rates, seeing what was happening inside this building. No one would really speak with us. We did go inside the one daycare center, and she actually did give us rates for childcare. Much respect to that lady. What's the problem, officer?
Well, so again, we've been getting reports from multiple individuals that you guys were harassing individuals who work here. At the end of the day, this is private property, and it's one that people are allowed to ask you to leave, and it's also one the Minneapolis Police Department is allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance at this address.
Yeah, so for example, I think law enforcement is very tough because I think individual law enforcement needs to be upheld, and this is a form of what is the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Starts with the T. It's when you trade sides. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. But whether you realize it or not, you're aiding and abetting the enemy, right? You may be doing your job, but a little bit of critical thinking here. This is not protecting the everyday American person.
Address.
Yeah.
So
as we got escorted out of this building, the Somalis filmed us as we left, and we headed over to the next building that had 22 of the same home health care providers operating from inside of the building. Right here you have multicultural home care. And right here it says it's open, but can't even get in. Another Reliance Recovery Center. Mercy and Grace Care, Inc. Right here you have Den Air.
I swear I've been to a couple of these places. Man, some police are helping for real. No, I know. That's the unfortunate thing. Being a police officer, a law enforcement officer, it's a thankless job because even when you do it right, people are like, okay, that you're just doing your job. No reward for you. But the moment you deviate a little bit, people are on for your head, calling for your head.
Airtrain Youth Development Association of Minnesota. Another child care center. Welcome to Bright Beginning Center. But what do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Sorry. No comments. Can I please?
Right here, you have Serenity Quality Care. All of these businesses are literally the same type of business, providing the same service in the same building. Another Convenience Home Healthcare, Aid, Inc., and Child Friendly Space. All these companies get money from the government. Why would you have the same company essentially inside of the same building, door to door? Right here, Queenly Home Healthcare. It just does not make sense. If you were trying to operate a business, you'd want to have less competition. But here, they have all of their competition right next door. We're wondering, because we hear there's lots of fraud taking place here in Minnesota, and we're wondering, why is there so many of the same companies inside of this same building?
No, I don't know that.
What do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
It is weird. I'm just gonna call it out. How it's just one ethnicity working in this building. Have we noticed that? This is America. It's supposed to be a black pot of just a bunch of different races and cultures. Yet in this building, it's just one.
I don't have any idea about that fraud. Okay, that's it.
What do you think about the news articles and what's being spread on the news about the fraud?
Right now, you are doing something wrong.
I'm just asking you.
No, you
about
don't
the
have
fraud.
to ask me. Okay, don't ask me that question again.
Okay.
Okay.
Who can I speak to? Who can I speak to? Okay. As soon as you confront about the fraud, they get angry. When these people have these home healthcare companies, you're seeing them everywhere inside this building. What kind of fraud are they committing?
So there's false documentation being submitted to the state of Minnesota for services never provided. They're having forms signed in advance for services that were then never rendered. As far as a year or 2 years in advance, they'll have someone sign these forms at one sitting, and then they just file those with the state of Minnesota, and nobody from the state of Minnesota bothers to check that those services were ever provided.
So they're essentially just using people saying that they had these services provided months or even years ago, then filing the paperwork and then receiving money from the government.
Right, and the Somali community is a very closed community, so everybody's in on it, and they don't want to talk, as you can see.
And for this,
yeah, they're like, "Yo, we got the golden egg. We got millions of dollars for free." Yeah.
Building, I'm going to give an estimate of around $30 million for how much fraud is taking place. That is a very low estimate. However, still a lot of money in fraud. And do you think there is fraud taking place here?
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have any idea what any of these businesses are doing?
I never ask.
And now, with upwards of $100 million in fraud, we'll be headed to one more daycare. And this one gets a little spicy as we get chased out at the very end. And after this, we'll be heading to the state capitol to confront the incompetent government leaders who have enabled this fraud to happen. And I knew this video was going to be super dangerous to film because of obviously how hostile it is, and as we are exposing legit fraud happening. I did get security for this video, and I was able to do it through the Black Line Guardian. And if you guys want to help fund my security in the future, you can go down to the link down below. They're not paying me to say any of this.
You guys, he 100% is gonna need a lot of security after this video.
They came and decided to help me out for this video. So you can go to Black Lion Guardian, the link's down below, and click Guardian for Nick, and those funds will directly go to my security and future videos as we are exposing lots of things happening, and especially with this fraud. Like I said, they're not sponsoring this video. I'm just giving them a shout out because of how they helped me. So go down the link down below, click Guardian for Nick, and let's keep going. And now we're going to the next location. Now, this child daycare center, this one's different than...
That's what I'm saying, Rhythm. Like, I want to be a good person, and I want to make a good life for Lodi. You know, we don't need to be millionaires or anything. I'm not asking for an insane lifestyle, but one to where we can go out to dinner and not really worry about, you know, how much dinner is going to cost for me and maybe a future family. That would be really nice. But when you see this, where your tax money is just hundreds of millions of dollars, it's just being funneled to these scams. It's like, bro, I want to throw all my ethics right into this trash can and just start scamming the fuck out of everybody. Because it seems like that's the only real way to make it in America, is just to be a fucking con artist and con someone out of their dreams so you can live yours.
And all the other ones we've been to, tell us about this one.
This one is different because, according to the state of Minnesota, this 312 West Lake Street houses not one, not two, but 3 child care centers and is licensed to hold 102 children, and in fiscal year 2025 was paid $2.66 million by the state of Minnesota.
And this is the building right here. So this building alone made $2.6 million. Let's see if anybody's inside. Now we're inside of the building where there's apparently 4 child care centers. We met this lady and we followed her to the back of the building where
I was just scammed out of $3,500.
Where the daycare was supposedly at. So right here we have 2 child daycare centers. We have the Minnesota Child Care Center, and then we also have Nuna. Between the two, $2.66 million. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you recording?
Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name? Why is it?
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have 102 children here in your child care.
Which child care name is a lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department? That is harassment.
Oh, we are from
It is, asking questions is not harassment. Absolutely not.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that. Shut us down. Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We are just curious, where are the children at? Do you know where the children are at? Where are the children at in these daycare centers?
I don't care.
How can these child care centers have no children?
I don't know. No.
There's $2.6 million inside these businesses
Roger,
that were given by the government,
felt,
but there's no children to be seen anywhere.
You're not an idiot.
People deserve to know where their taxes are going. If these companies and these daycare centers are making upwards of $2.6 million and there's no children to be seen anywhere, something fraudulent is happening. And that is not make you racist, Islamophobic. This is just the truth of what's happening here in Minnesota.
What it should do is it should make you fucking mad. That's what it should do.
There's a bunch of white people doing the same thing, we'd be talking about the same issue.
Yeah.
This is just fraud at unprecedented levels here inside of Minnesota. It's actually very concerning. Where are the children at inside of these buildings? They're nowhere to be seen. Millions of dollars are being sent into these daycare centers all across Minnesota, and there's not a child to be seen anywhere. Here's another daycare center inside the same building.
We don't want you to be videotaping.
And hundreds of kids would be in here. Where are the kids?
Anything.
Where is all the money going for if there's no children at these daycare centers?
Sir.
Yes.
I told you, please leave.
Yes, we have a question though. Where is the children at these daycare centers if there's millions of dollars?
Ask the local government, yeah.
Oh, we've asked. We have the paper here. Yeah. So we're wondering where the money and where the children are at. We have the paper right here.
These people feel so confident. The government needs to come in, swat it up, a whole bunch of handcuffs, and handcuff the fuck out of all of these people, put them on a boat, and send them straight back. I don't even want them in our jail because I don't want to have to fund their money for the shit that they're going to need. No, put them on a boat, handcuffed up, straight back to Somalia. Every single one of them.
Here, come here.
Who are you, first of all?
My name's Nick Shirley.
You don't have any permission to record me. Period.
Can we talk?
Minnesota, I don't know if you need that.
You don't have permission to record.
She doesn't either have. She doesn't have permission to record me.
No, you cannot stop people on the street and question them.
We can ask.
You don't have any permission.
Where are the children?
I will sue you. You don't have.
You are supposed to be in the United States of America, where your neighbors are your community and your friends. Yet these are the people who we're living with, that we're allowing to come in. They don't belong here. I feel like this. Just watching this for the past 40 minutes has radicalized me to a whole nother level. This is infuriating.
Any permission? We have nothing to do with this. You
okay.
Understand?
Then are there?
So leave. Please leave.
Are there children here?
Please leave.
Where are the children? $2.6 million for a daycare center.
You ask whoever you think is doing that. You don't know what you're talking about. So leave.
Tell us what's happening here then.
I said leave.
We're wondering what's happening.
We are not a child care.
Didn't he say something about like not having the right to record, and yet he's doing it too? So like they're not afraid to break the law or do anything along that lines, because he's like, oh, you're not allowed to record, and then he starts recording.
We are nothing to do with it. We're common people walking. And
yes. We're not accusing you. We're asking where the children are at.
Don't ask me anything.
We're not accusing you. We're asking the daycare centers.
I am not going to answer. You have.
Where are the children at?
Leave. Leave.
We just want to know where are the children.
Who you work for?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Who do you work for?
I work for myself, Nick Shirley.
Okay, what are you recording?
We're wondering where are the children? $2.66 million for
You're not talking
the
to
Minnesota
right
Child Care Center.
You're not talking to the right person.
Are there children that come here? Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this.
Yeah, you're smart enough not to answer that one. I disagree with you. They're not scammers, but middlemen. They use these people to do these types of scams, just like the person you're saying. You're right and wrong. They're scamming you whether they're the middleman or not, right? Like we don't need to try to fluff it up, right? These people are definitely involved in this. But you're also very right that government should be heavy-handed here and arrest them. I think it's a beautiful time to bring back public executions in game, right? And I'm just saying, like, we should get like Fortnite or like Grand Theft Auto and put Tim Waltz in there and like bring back. No, I'm not gonna go that far. That's insane. That's a little insane. That's a little too far. 100% though. Tim Waltz. Anybody in the government who's written a check, anybody who's blindly written a check to these people, straight to jail. Straight to jail. You don't get out either. This is not like a 5-year kind of sentence. I want 20, 30, 50 years in jail because you have fucked a generation or two of Americans for a long time, because now we're gonna have to rebuild and refunnel our actual social network system. This is like a 50-year sentence that you have fucked your neighbors and helping a place that doesn't even like you.
Building.
I don't know who you're talking about.
That's just a simple question. Where are the children at? David, they won't even answer. We asked him. Plain and simple, where are the children? Do children come here?
This is why I've had my life. I've been attacked twice. Once with a knife, and the other time I was jumped last Saturday by three Somali men.
That's a little
for
crazy.
Asking questions
That's a little crazy
about what was going on, and they're
and maybe not a public execution, but like public humiliation for people like this. This needs to happen once or twice, because once it happens once or twice and people see that there's actual consequences to your actions, we're gonna see a lot less of this action. 100%. But right now they're so confident that they can do this out in public that it's nothing's gonna happen to them. That if anything, the government will be on their side. So that's why there needs to be some level of like extreme humiliation or retaliation to say, no, the order needs to come back in, because it is too unruly right now.
Very violent people. They do not like this fraud to be exposed.
After giving this man plenty of opportunities to answer the simple question, where are the children, he called the cops on us, and we headed to the state capitol where they're having a meeting about the fraud to confront the state representatives and people in the government who have enabled and let this fraud happen. Inside of this committee, a Republican representative showed charts showing exactly how this fraud has been committed and who is profiting and connecting all the dots. And while the Democrat representatives looked into the abyss,
Dude, this guy
committee, a Republican representative showed charts showing exactly how this fraud has been committed and who is profiting and connecting all the dots. And while the Democrat
This is a real threatening man. Oh my god, the black turtleneck, the chin, the double chin that's flopping over that fucking turtleneck, dude. This is disgusting. This guy's fatter than a fucking Franklin the Turtle. This guy's probably shaped like a turtle. Just holy shit.
Representatives looked into the abyss. One of them spoke about how none of this is building trust and how this is a nonpartisan issue.
These are the types of people that are allowing it. These are the people that need to 100% be thrown straight to jail. 50 years, 60 years. Sorry, that's gonna. What about their family? Well, what about the fucking hundreds of families that you fucked?
Issue, so I confronted her after that.
Yes, but
he has some very valid questions to ask about what's going on here in Minnesota. And do you think this fraud
I don't know who
crosses?
you are.
My name is Nick Shirley. Do you think this fraud is Republican or Democrat, or just facts that fraud is happening?
I think the fact that
Because because that's what I heard you talking about.
I know what I said is that
because
what we're talking about
we want to build trust, but fraud is fraud. So why should we be enabling fraud to happen here?
No, I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
Okay, sir.
No. This
Sir,
is not.
sir.
When are you going to hold Governor Walz? No. She is a representative for the state of Minnesota. Yes or no?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not an excuse me question. Yes or no?
Are you?
If you're gonna talk to me
This is.
like
Are you
that,
going to say to her, I'm a disability advocate?
I heard you, and
get
we've got a chance
overstimulated.
to testify.
Thank you for testifying today.
No.
Ma'am, the facts are the fact
She just came in to try to swerve and save this lady's life.
that fraud is happening here, and it's not a nonpartisan issue. How come you think fraud has been able to happen so much underneath?
I think if you've
government
been
here?
listening to our hearings, we've had now 10 hearings on this. And so there's really good data from the people who both work within the administration as well as who, both Democrat and Republicans. I think what you heard today is that the Republicans who control this committee are not actually interested in solving fraud. What they're interested in is telling a story.
This fraud has happened underneath Democrat leader Tim Walz.
There has been Medicaid fraud across the country under Democrats and Republicans. There's fraud within the Trump administration. We have is fraud. Private providers have made government a mark. And so every person running government, Democrats or Republicans, are dealing with the issue of how to keep fraudsters out of our public payment. We're also dealing with veterans. We're dealing with consumers. I hope you're looking at that. If you look at United Health, currently is being charged with defrauding Medicare. You know who runs Medicare? President Trump. Medicaid fraud is a 50-state issue. Mm-hmm. And so again, it is.
What I hate though is like your job for Minnesota. Don't stop focusing on all of that. One thing at a time. And right now, the state of Minnesota is being colonized by a bunch of Somalians.
Not a partisan issue. They're Democrats.
Like what she's saying is not wrong, but it is such a political answer of like, hey, what about the fraud in your backyard? And she's like, look at all the fraud in everyone else's backyard. Oh my God, it's so nasty. No one is enabling it at all. Tim Walz is amazing. Look at all the fraud everywhere. Okay, the Republicans too. We're just like, yeah, you guys are all fucked. Where's the money going?
Democrats and Republicans.
At this point in time, none of us, I feel like most Americans aren't Republicans or Democrats. We're just fucking Americans who just want to live a good life and be able to give opportunities to the next generation. This is insane.
Republicans who are sitting in that committee talking about it, but what you did here was the Republican chair say she's not turning information over to the one person in government who can stop payment. And I hope you print that.
Thank you for coming today.
Okay. Well,
Pep, this video would have pissed you the fuck off if I like hundreds of billions of dollars, where they're going to daycares, whether they're going to healthcare. This is where it hits home. It's like kind of what I'm working in, and there's some companies that have the same names of the accounts that I go to, and they're like, hey, can we get healthcare? They're like, no. Hey, can we bring your right over here? He said, hey, can I put my kid in daycare here? His name's Little Joey. And this guy says this is not a place for Little Joey. Like everywhere that they went, this place was insane. Whereas like everywhere that they went, this was supposed to be a child care center with 100 kids in it. 100 kids. And they're just getting it was insane. This is insane. It's infuriating. It pissed me the fuck off. God. It's like the American dream is not even for Americans anymore. It's for the immigrants who come over here. And honest to God, the American dream is just whoever scams you out of yours. It's kind of what it seems like. You could do all the things right. You could try to do everything that you were told to live a good life, but you are not going to get forego that dream, or you're not going to get that dream because it's been forego to the immigrants elsewhere. I'm just running in circles now. I got to change it up. We got to change it up.